Tar and similar byproducts of oil refining have been distributed from this area for many years. Andy Rayfield of the Esso Bitumen plant explains a little of the history.
Well, the history of the plant, in my understanding, is that in around between 1877 and 1885, a company called J&T Harvey's were lime and cement and plaster manufacturers. And in that time, they took over the tar distilling business, which was then, at that time, in Sutton Road, a company called Harris and Snell. And then from around 1885, or from 1879 when the railway took over, there's been a tar distillery on this site from all that time. In that time there's been various name changes, where it's gone from J&T Harvey's to Southwest Tar Distilleries in around 1923 to 1928. And then they produced tar all through the 30s and the 40s. And then that carried on to 1963. And in 1964, Plymouth Tar Distilleries took over the name and took over the site. Then between 64 and 70, the Esso bought the site and it became the Esso Bitumen plant.
And the railway today, how important is it to Esso? Les Cobbledick is a senior plant operative.
The operations of the bitumen plant, we get a train coming from Foley Refinery into Plymouth, and we eat the rail cars up with burners, and when it's set at a certain temperature then we pump it into our storage tanks, and then that gets delivered out by road tankers into quarries, which is a raw material, which is a byproduct from fuel, and the quarries use it to mix in with aggregate for the asphalt to be laid out onto the roads. The train comes from a place called Foley in Southampton, which is a big Esso refinery, and it comes down by night because it's a cheaper way of coming down rather than bringing it down by road. And also when the train does come down to Plymouth from Foley, if we haven't got a full capacity train of bitumen, they attach rail cars on the back, which is gas oil, which they either deliver into Laira station or they take it on down to Penzance. Their maximum train is 14 rail cars. Right, they deliver the train twice a week, which is on a Wednesday morning and a Saturday morning, and then they collect the empties on a Tuesday morning and a Friday morning. Yeah, I think the future is quite secure because I think railway delivery is a lot cheaper than what they can do it by road. Obviously because it's they can deliver up to 14 rail cars down in one go with one engine, whereas it would take 14 vehicles on the road to deliver the same amount, and that's why they can do it so cheap. I've been here 12 years, since 1988, and I cope with the early mornings quite reasonably well actually, because I was on the road for 5 years, and I could start any time from midnight till 5 o'clock in the morning.
The plant's Hudswell shunter is especially important to Andy at the moment.
I don't drive the train at the moment, but in a week's time I will be taking my course to drive the Hudswell.
Archive Films is constantly on the lookout for its next documentary celebrating the golden age of steam or trains of the past, and we need your help. If you have any old movie footage from the trains of yesteryear, please reach out to us. Preserve the magic of steam trains for generations to come. Please feel free to contact us via our website. Thank you.